Dear brothers and sisters, I'd like to wish all of you a very happy Easter Sunday, a holiday which is celebrated by many people all around the globe. Most holidays have celebrations with children, and so does Easter. It's a time where children are looking for some gifts for themselves. So the parents take either some candies or what originally traditionally was called like a Easter egg hunt. People would hide eggs in different parts of the house or on the grounds outside. And those who are vegetarians or are vegans take objects made of plastics, which are oval, which might open up and they might put candies there or some money in there or some other small gifts for the children. And they hide it. They hide it in some part of the house or some part of the grounds outside. And the children that day are very happy to search for the goodies that they find through this hunt. When we start to think about Easter hunt, we find in our life as adults also, we are always looking for gifts for ourselves. And many times when we have to search for them and we find something that we're searching for, the joy is doubled. I'd like to start with an interesting story. And this is a story which will help us understand what joy, searching for something which is really good for us, brings to us. This is a story about a saint to whom a few students came to learn how to meditate. So he was very gracious to them, he was very loving to them, and he taught them how to meditate. That they should find a quiet place to sit down, they should close their eyes, they should focus in front of them, and then to still their mind so that thoughts are not bothering them, that they should repeat a name of God. So he gave them this very simple technique. And he told them the light will sprout forth, and the more your attention is focused in the light, the more peaceful and calm and happy you'll become. So these students went to their homes and they started to practice what they were taught. The saint had told them that if you have any difficulties, please come back to me. In the meantime, you just meditate with the method that I gave to you. And so the students in their homes are practicing how to meditate. And they practice for a few days. And then they all got a chance to gather together. So when they gathered together, they started to talk about the meditation that they were doing. And one of them said, I'm having a very difficult time with meditation. I'm finding that I'm being distracted very easily. Sometimes I just feel like moving. And then when I stay still for a while, then thoughts come to me and they take my attention and distract me. And then another one said, I have some similar problems like that too. And so they all decided to go to the saint to ask for help. So they came to the saint and they said, we are having difficulty in being able to focus properly in our meditation. So please guide us and help us. First they asked him, can you help us with this problem? And he thought for a while and he said, yeah, I can definitely help you. And then they said, please tell us what to do. So the saint told them something which they thought was very different. He said, tomorrow in the community, there is going to be a hunt for a prize. Many kids are being collected from the neighborhood, and in this ground, the adults have hid many, many objects in different areas of this big playground. And I want you to go there, and I want you to notice how the children are searching for these gifts which have been put in different parts of the ground by the adults. So these kids who are meditating are thinking to themselves, how is watching someone looking for an object for themselves help us? But they said, okay, if the saint says so, let's go and try it. So they take their chairs and they go to the ground at the time when this search for gifts was bound to happen. And they found a place and from where they could watch them. They saw that there was a big line of many children who were going to be searching. And so an adult came and started to announce that this search will go on for an hour and no one should be trampling over anyone else. You can go to any part of this ground and you can try to find objects for yourself, and whatever you get, is going to be yours. And he said, I'm going to count down. He says, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So as soon as he said go, all the children ran. Some are running to this side of the ground, some are running to this side of the ground, some are running to that side of the ground. And this group of meditators were watching them. Now, as they were in the ground and it was an hour-long search, some of the parents were calling to the children and saying, why don't you take a break and come have a snack? But none of the children listened because they were trying to search for gifts for themselves, for something that they felt would be good for them, would be precious for them. It just turned out that some kids got there late. And when they got there late, they could not join the prize hunt. So then they were calling to the friends who were in the prize hunt to come, let's play. You found enough things, let's go and play. But none of the kids left there searching. There were some pets. Some of these kids who were searching had pets like dogs, and they also sometimes dogs want to play with the owner, and so they were coming to the kids, but none of the kids left their search. And so after an hour, the search was stopped, and all the kids who had gotten things took them with them to their homes. Now these kids who were meditating or learning to meditate, they went back to the saint, and the saint asked them, what did you see there? So they explained to the saint that we saw these kids who were searching for the toys or the presents or some games which were hidden for them. And we saw that as the hour started in which they could search things, they all were searching in one place or another or another. And even though their parents called them, or their friends called them, or their pets wanted to be with them, they just kept on searching. And so the saint asked them, what did you learn from that? So they said, we don't know what we learned from it, because we don't know what that has to do with meditation. So the saint told them that just like the children were searching for a prize, when we meditate, we are also searching for the greatest prize of all. And that great prize is the divine light and sound of God. Because that divine light and sound of God is what brought all creation into being. And our true self, our soul, which is our real self, as it connects with that divine light and sound of God, then it has an opportunity to be one with the Creator. And so he said, meditation has a great purpose. And the purpose of meditation is to first to realize who we are, self-realization, and then to find a oneness with God, which is God realization. He said, improving our concentration, feeling more peaceful and content, these are just byproducts of why we should be meditating. So when you saw the children just be focused on searching, irrespective of whatever distractions came to them, then that is what you should learn from. That is how you need to meditate. When you try to sit down, your body is going to not help you. You might feel there's a scratch here, you might want to move, but you need to learn to stay still. As you close your eyes, thoughts will come to you because the mind doesn't want you to know the realities of your existence. So the mind distracts you into activities of the world through a very simple process, and that is by sending thoughts to you. Irrespective of whatever thought you get distracted. And this is where you need to practice repeating God's name, but do it mentally, not out loud. Because when you do it mentally, then the power of your mind goes into repeating God's name, and the mind does not have enough power to send thoughts to you. So that's a mechanism by which you can get to a state of no thoughts. Because when all the distractions will be gone, it's then that stability will set in for you, and in that stable state, you will start to experience the divine light of the Creator within yourself. And as you practice more and more, you will be connected with that light more and more, and many, many other vistas will start to open up for you. The saint told them that the first thing to do is to set what your true goal is. And the true goal to learn meditation should be to first realize yourself, that you are not the body, not the mind, you're not an intellect, that you really are soul. Realize that that soul is full of love and light of the Creator, because that soul is a part of the Creator. It has the same characteristics as the Creator. And then to realize that the creative power, which is called also the divine light and sound of God, is what brought all creation to being. And that power reverberates within each and every one of us. And we, who are part of the Creator, through that creative power, have come into this existence. The human existence has been given to us by the Creator so that we can truly know ourselves. And all the faculties that are required by us to know ourselves and to know God have been provided in this human body. So as we set a goal of realizing ourselves at the level of our soul, then we need to be focused on our goal. Just like the children were focused to find the prize for themselves, we need to be focused on finding the best prize that we can ever find in this world. And that prize is to connect with the creative power so that we who have come into this physical region can connect with this power and soar back through the spiritual regions to our true home, Sachkhand, or the region of all truth, which is totally conscious, which is full of light, which is full of love. There's no adulteration of matter in that region. And we all who are in the human body can reach there. So the saint let those children who had come to learn to meditate know that the key is to not be distracted. We all, as we work over the years, we've had filing cabinets. And in the filing cabinets, we keep different kinds of files. And they relate. Some might relate to our taxes, some might relate to what we have in the house, some might relate to electrical appliances, some might relate to other activities that we're involved in. And each one of the drawers has one thing or another to another. But when you look at life, things that happen to us on a daily basis do not happen in one order. It's not like first this thing will happen, then this thing will happen, then this thing will happen. Things happen to us haphazardly. If we are raising kids, we might get them ready in the morning, send them to school. So on one day, we might be going someplace to meet some friends of ours. We get a call from the school that our children are not well. So instead of going here, we're going there. So we get haphazard things happening. We're going to work and we want to read there at a certain time, but something happens that we are pulled in some other direction. So things happen where in a file cabinet, as we open the file cabinet, it's not that will be just focus there. We open another one and focus something there, do something and something else happens, and we open a third file cabinet and things are there which need our attention. So the saint told those children that life is like that. Nothing is happening sequentially. But what we need to do is that for us to get the prize, we need to be totally focused. And so if we think of a filing cabinet, if one of them is for meditation, once we open that up, we don't want to open any other cabinet. We want all our attention in that arena. So we don't want any distraction, whether it's coming because of some physical ailments, whether it's coming because of some emotional activity that we have, whether it's coming because we have some financial needs. We need to leave all of them away. Keep them all away from us so that we can truly focus on connecting with the divine light and sound within. And when we do that, then we will definitely get the prize of all prizes. And that is the connection with the divine, which is an experience to us as a revelation of the divine light. And as we connect with this divine light, the unfolding of a real self starts to happen. We realize an existence beyond the physical, beyond the mental, beyond the emotional. And that's our existence at the spiritual level. And as we realize that, then we will be able to get to our goals. So just like on Easter, the kids are searching for gifts. Let us remember that we, whether we're children or adults, we need to search for God. God is not on the outside, God is within each and every one of us. And as we use the techniques of meditation to be able to go within, then we'll be able to experience the realities of our existence and find the closeness of one that brings joy and happiness and peace to everyone in the world. So let us meditate for a few minutes. Please sit as comfortably as you can. Close your eyes very gently, just like you close them when you go to sleep. Your eyeball should be straight, focused 8 to 10 inches in front of you. And as you close your eyes, those of you who have been initiated in the mysteries of the beyond, please do your Simran. And those of you who are new here, please repeat any name of God that you feel comfortable with. This repetition of God's name should be done mentally and not out loud. I pray to God Almighty to help each and every one of us experience the divine runs within. And it is my prayer to the three great spiritual masters of the past century, Hazur Baba Savan Singh Ji Maharaj, Param Sant Kripal Singh Ji Maharaj, and Dayal Purush Darshan Singh Ji Maharaj, to help each and every one of us connect with the divine power within and to experience the divine light in its effulgence. We'll be sitting for a few minutes. I'll be getting you out of this meditative state at that time. And my best wishes are with each and every one of you. प्लीज लिव ऑफ छोड़ दीजिए जी.